Hi guys, welcome to another high school art week 4 with Mrs. Williams. This week we are going to be doing some sketches every single day since we have a full week this week. Monday is going to be Marilyn Monroe. She was the Cardi B, the Kim Kardashian of her time over here. So if you don't know what she looks like, you can always look her up on Google or you can look her up on this slide because this is a picture of her right here. Tuesday is going to be popular. Wednesday, a quote from our artist, Mr. Warhol. Art is what you can get away with. Thursday is going to be print, and Friday is going to be soup. All right, here we go. I apologize for not updating the rainbow wall as well as I should. I think it's safe to say that Mrs. Williams is still learning how to do online teaching, just like you're learning how to do online learning. So we gotta be flexible with one another through this process. Eventually, yes, we will get very good at updating the rainbow wall. This week we will sketch 5 new prompts. We've already gone over those during the first slide. We will complete an artist spotlight on Andy Warhol. He's a pop artist, so he is an American who did art based on popular items like celebrities or food that we eat and love every day. To become aware and involved in the art world and art history nationally and internationally. And last but not least, we'll continue to master art skills with a color wheel character. Okay. Here's a reminder on how to do a artist spotlight. I want those turned in Friday by 3:30 p.m. That's the same exact timing I give my in-person students, and I want you guys to have the same expectations. Whatever they're doing in school, you should be doing at home. And whatever you're doing at home, I expect my in-person students to have the same exact quality. Color wheel characters. So last week we learned about the color pencil theory. So scumbling, shading with the side of our pencil very carefully. This week we are going to focus on some of the elements one-on-one. So the week before we did an element trifold and I taught you guys how to use the color pencil. This week we're going to mix those together. So we're going to use some color pencil and we're also going to use some elements. And the first element we are going to focus on is color. And so we are going to study color using the color wheel first. So first, as you make your color wheel, instead of doing a normal wheel shape like we normally would, boring, we are going to do a color wheel in the shape of one of our favorite either movie, cartoon, or musician outlines. All right, so first you need to choose a outline of your character and you can trace it on the internet. You can put your paper up to the screen and trace over it like that. Or you can print out a outline as long as it's not filled in with ink. It just has to be a line on the outside, so it can't be filled in. If you need more help from that, or say you're like, this is a little hard, please email me. And you are going to also have a handout on what the color wheel looks like with the colors in their proper order, and we're going to need that. All right, so here's a picture of the final, of what it's going to look like at the very end over here. So first, you're going to choose a character of your favorite school-appropriate movie, music group, video game, sports team, or cartoon series. 2, you are going to trace the outline of your character or print it out if it's available to you. I know a lot of my students don't have printers though, so tracing is great. Just hold your paper up to the screen and trace it out. You're going to draw 12 lines across their figure going diagonal until you break them up into 12 sections. And then you have your color practice worksheet to help you out with what colors go where, and I'll also leave a handout on Google Classroom as well. You are only allowed to use red, yellow, and blue. All the other pretty colors, you're not allowed to use them this week. Only red, yellow, blue. I want you to get used to shading colors together, shading lightly. layering one on top of another until you get it right. So you are not allowed to use orange, purple, brown, black, green. The only colors you are allowed to use are red, yellow, and blue. And then at the end of the week, you're going to submit a picture to Google Classroom. Now, if this was confusing, I've broken it down for you. First, you find a character. You outline them. You divide them into 12 sections. You color those sections as you would find in the color wheel. And then I want you to label your colors. All right? Label them. All right, guys, that's it for this week. Good luck.